There we go. I was wondering what that was. It's like part of the tripod I'm using. So today I am having canes. I am not a big fan of canes. And the last time I had it, I vowed that I would never buy it again, but I was driving around like an idiot. I actually went all the way to Mesa on first. You literally were sitting there waiting for me to go live, so it doesn't count. You don't get to say first. Oh my goodness gracious. So yeah, I was trying, like I normally park my car right over there behind that other hill. And I just walk right over the hill to get, to sit at my bench. But instead of getting to sit at my empty bench, there was a hobo there dancing around in a stupor with a really loud boombox playing right behind the table. And I'm like, this is silly. Very silly. This coleslaw is actually pretty damn good. I'm not a coleslaw person. You know, you guys gave me some lunch suggestions yesterday. I did try the Habit Grill a few weeks ago because it's kind of in that same shopping center where I go to buy my groceries. But I didn't like it. I was trying to go to Jersey Mike's, but it seemed kind of far away. So it feels like there's a Jersey Mike's everywhere until you need one. Oh my God, someone's screaming. Man, this bread, I'm not a big bread person, but I'm loving this bread. I think I'm just really hungry today. I did an extra long session of cardio about an hour ago. And I think that extra session of cardio made me extra hungry. For breakfast this morning, I made grilled chicken with mushrooms. It tasted like royal butt. That's the great thing about anything. If you're hungry enough, everything tastes good. So maybe I should just be starving myself all the time. Man, I wish I'd gotten some ketchup, man. I can't believe they didn't give me any ketchup. Hey, Cheeto, man. Second. There's only 2 days left before Turkey Day. And, oh my gosh. They strike the portion of whatchamacallit, of canes. So if you don't know, I'm eating, I don't know if they have these everywhere, canes. Let's see. Kokai, hi, should start a mukbang channel. Hit the thumbs up. Thanks, Cheeto man. Let's see. So we're having lunch in the park today. I guess this is the only thing I'm going to do on my vacation is go out to the park. That's literally across the street from my house. And eat junk food. It's a channel where people just eat on videos. I know. I don't like eating. That's the problem. If I didn't have to eat again for the rest of my life, I would be perfectly happy. I find I get really bloated after I eat. And I used to have really bad stomach problems. I mean, really bad. There were days where I'd be running to the bathroom way more than I wanted to. Donald says, you should do carnivore diet. Donald, welcome to my live stream. What's up today? Just eating lunch. And as part of lunch, we have French fries. Not much. I don't know how you guys are liking today's videos. The second video this morning was a really good comment that someone left yesterday about getting fired from the corporation he loved. French fries are good. I'm not sure. I haven't tried the chicken fingers yet, but again, this seems a little small to me, doesn't it? And this looks more like a chicken nugget than a chicken finger to me, and that's a real problem. Oh, it's mostly bread too. So anyone in the stream have any hot dates last night? Anybody get any? I sure ate. I was turning some of my favorite adult movies into 4K last night so I could watch some of my 4K TV. I watched this chick for over 10 minutes and I couldn't even get it up. Like, I was so bored that I could not get it up. I was like, this is embarrassing. Normally I'm done 15 seconds. Yesterday I just watched it and I was bored. For anyone working in a grocery store right now, my video should be required training. Required. Oh. Dude, corporate needs no real talent. I realized it when I see someone getting a job by reference or by knowing someone over the guy who is more skilled than him. Hello. Hello, everybody. I feel like Dr. Nick from The Simpsons. Hello, everybody. You know that guy, Dr. Nick, should have had his own TV show. So should have Troy McClure. Troy McClure. If you had to guess who Troy McClure was in real life, who that character was based on, put it down in the chat right now. I always wondered. Also, if you guys have an answer to this question, why does the proletariat have to be ugly? Like, I look at myself in the morning and I think, oh my God, that guy has to go out into the real world looking like that. I'm like, life can be cruel. What's your opinion on that? That the proletariat is always ugly? I find it that it's convenient for corporate America that all the worker bees are ugly, so it's easier to treat them badly. First world problems. The proletariat's all ugly. Howdy, MS. Back at the park, I see prime spandex viewing spot. That's the point. Let's see, soil depletion. Vegetables aren't as nutritious as they used to be. And that's what makes the proletariat ugly? Catch 22. It's easy to treat ugly people badly. Let's see, abolisher. The potential is a desperate, the proletariat is a desperation creature. Yo. I don't know what that means. Also, we live in a constant high insulin state. I agree with that too. I'm borderline diabetic. I think my doctor's trying to get me to admit that I drink too much. But every time I do blood work, everything's fine, and he doesn't believe it. It's like my old doctor. Whenever I'd go to student services, the doctor at student services would, every time she saw me, she'd ask me, "Are you on steroids?" And I'd look at her like, "No." I'd be a lot bigger if I was on steroids. Also, makeup was one of the earliest inventions. We've always been ugly. Gotta cover up the ugly. MS, does Obama or any politician care about the proles? No. The proles are like the pigeons in the park. No one cares about them, but they're still there. How often you drink? Only on weekends or during the week? Every day. If I don't drink, I don't sleep. So I've literally laid there awake until 6 o'clock in the morning because I tried not to drink that night. Alcohol is my life. Otherwise, I'd have to be sober all the time. And believe me, being sober all the time has its real ugly side. At least for a couple of hours every night, I'm the hero, I'm the protagonist of my own story. Then I wake up and I realize, oh my God, this is life again. Let's see, I feel like I've been duped by the rich people and politicians. Exactly, because rich people become politicians so they can insert their belief system into our society. Because if more poor people were politicians, things would change overnight. But poor people can't be politicians. It's very easy to trick the proles. Sure it is. Watch a beer commercial. Some gigantic titty lady comes out. Some pathetic looking guy looks at her. And he has a chance. How stupid is the proletariat? I mean, they even put beautiful women on expensive cars. That's how little they think of the proletariat. The proles are stupid. And proletariat women will share one good-looking guy with money with 10 of their closest friends rather than go for that pathetic dude that works at Taco Bell with a tiny wiener. Yeah, and this should come with a warning sign on fast food. Don't let it get cold, because then it tastes like it should. Hi, A. Like the stream? Like the stream, proles. Thanks, A. A, you're one of the most popular characters on this channel. You're a character on my Simpsons. So, MS, is there any hope for the proles? No. Don't be so hard on yourself, Steam. That's what one of the old cougar ladies said to me on the phone the other day. But the truth hurts, man. Being ugly means being single for the rest of your life. That's why I work out so much, man. So my only saving grace is that I'm not fat. Once you do the stair climber for 45 minutes at the hardest setting, and you're still not reaching your fitness goals, I don't know what else you can do. Ugliness and poverty go together. There's a correlation there. We saw your shadow in the other stream. You're in the LA fitness gym, bro. I'm doing legs. I sent a text message to a girl yesterday with uh, with legs in it, right below the sack, and she's like, "You're not skipping the leg day." I really define legs. Beautiful and rich go together. That's our society. Yeah. Even if you're ugly and you're rich as a dude, you're still getting women. You just have to pay. Man, I should show you guys this. Look at all those. You know, I said the proletariat's like the pigeons. Look at all those pigeons across the top of that roof over there. That's the proletariat right there. That's a perfect metaphor for the proletariat. They're all ugly, they're all poor, and they're all sitting around doing nothing. I'll move the screen back so I can read it. Money is the motto in our world, unfortunately. No realness left. There's nothing real left. We live tough, miserable lives. Wouldn't it be ironic if the AI robots made us their slaves? I think that's the point. I was reading something this morning that said that Gen Z isn't doing any more work anymore because it uses AI to do every single task that they have to think about, which means that they're going to regress psychologically, intelligently. Too late. Agreed, it is too late. The other day, Mello sent me a clip of the movie, basically an outline of the movie, They Live, We Die. It was hilarious. It's so hard to find a job. Like, I've been looking for almost a year now, and I suck. As a 22-year-old, I had a job, but resigned because biggest mistake I ever, and it's hard when you want to support your fam. You're not supporting anyone at that age. I'll tell you that much. MS, do you do deadlift? My leg day consists of these 3 exercises. For quads, I start at the leg press, the hack squat, and then deadlifts. For hamstrings, it's leg curls, Romanian deadlifts, and then what's my last hamstring? Oh, and hip thrusts for hamstrings, and then I do a couple different calf exercises. It's always the same. There isn't a whole lot of variation. MS, do you like spicy food? Yes. Being Mexican means you're born with a jalapeno pepper in your mouth. Mexicans have an expression that says, if you're not crying while you're eating, you're not really eating. I mean, I have this, everything that I eat has to be covered in hot sauce and lime juice. I met some kid from the class really said he wanted to be the CEO of a big corporation, and I just laughed inside. Every time that they have a job fair at the university, all the kids bring their resumes over to like the retail giants. No one wants to work in the store. Everyone just wants to be the CEO of Target or Walmart or whatever retail place. No one actually wants to do work. They just want to run the place. Let's see. Are you not going to believe, but I watched it yesterday. It comes in my recommendations. I told him you could live 1,000 years and you would never be a CEO of an evil corp. That's about right. He should start a corporation and name it Big. Big Todd. All the benches around me right now, if I look east, there are homeless people. If I look west, there are homeless people. This is a terrible time in our society. Your story about your call center job made me sad. The bait and switch part especially. That's how they get people into those jobs. You can't you can't talk normal people into taking jobs there. You have to trick them. I mean, my boss at my current job admitted that he had to trick me into getting to take this job. Getting people to take ordinary jobs is very, very hard. The proletariat is so screwed and so easy to trick. It's almost laughable. Agree. The wife and I are by all means proles. No debt and save $300 a month after rent and other expenses. We plan to buy an RV, completely check out of society. Bait and switch. Why does what have to be ugly? I mean, the proletariat always is ugly. I mean, have you ever looked at your private parts? Private parts are ugly. In one of your videos at Trader Joe's, we acknowledged that we were both ugly and that we were both poor. That was a moment. We had a moment. Call center is pure hell. Never go there for work. That's the problem. I didn't know what it was. Like, they never said it was a call center. The entire interview process, I was never told it was a call center. I was told that it was an IT support center. Marco, does your job give you a Christmas bonus? No. I've never gotten one, only at that, as a boy, a slap on my back. Yeah, Christmas bonuses, just like pensions, don't exist anymore. No, there can be rich proles, and it's all relative. It's all relative. This is why people develop work crushes, because it's human nature to make it work, even if it really objectively that great. That's like most marriages. They're typically not great. I want to be rich now, not tomorrow, not after breakfast. I mean, attractive proles, not rich proles. I've never really met any attractive proles. Like my next door neighbors, semi-attractive. Technical support, right. Yeah, I know. That's exactly how I felt. It's a straight up call center. If there's a script, it's not technical support. Uh-oh. I'm gonna run out of soda before I'm done eating my meal. That's a sad state of affairs. Because I'm running out of gas to eat this meal. This is my last bite of Cane's. It's the same thing, just a little worse. Did it. I agree. It's terrible. It's what it is. I don't even understand why they have call centers anymore. Everything we do could just be a recording. When are you going to write your book on how working sucks? Writing a book on how work sucks is like writing a book on how toilet paper works. You wipe your rear end with it, and that's what work is. Nothing more to it. The sequel would be How Publishing Sucks. MG, socially awkward, sub-5 male who loves video games, running the treadmill, and beating the governor. Do you think I have a chance at ever finding a mate who's not a 1 or a 2? Only if you make a lot of money. Otherwise, no. Chances are, if you don't have a lot of money and you're that unattractive, you'll stay alone for life. You'll always have to settle for less. It sucks because as I say that, I'm telling myself that too. Let's see. She's going to be a 4 or below unless you get rich. 4 below, and chances are she's going to be a single mom and not tell you about it until she gets knocked up. It's amazing how horny girls can be when they're already stuck with a child. It's like it ignites their inner reproductive thought process or something. I don't know what happens, but single moms are usually super horny. And most of them can't afford to be picky. All right, now with lunch out of the way and a little cane soda left over, just a tiny bit, you guys can see that. We're gonna focus on the deep issues, which is how do I stop shaking hands with the governor? Because the governor has lost his appeal, in my opinion, in the last 24 hours. Okay, what pro beer do you drink? Drink the same thing every night. Single moms have a lot of stress and need some form of relief. That's expensive and doesn't take too much time. Well, the old In-N-Out doesn't take too much time and it's free. MS, I'm about to take out a $60,000 from the bank in 100 bills and try to find Susie. You only need like 60 cents to find Susie. She's out behind the Taco Bell right now. I think she's wearing yoga pants today. Trump hates me. I know, Marco. He's gonna try to deport you. Susie Homemaker. Oh, Susie Homemaker. She's a diamond in the rough. She's behind the Taco Bell. She's got a target right above her rear end. Damn. Hey, you guys are crazy. I wonder what a world without immigrants actually looks like. Are you drinking Four Loko? No, I'm drinking diet beer or wine, or what are they called? I don't know what White Claws. I mean, they're just like flavored water that's 100 calories and like 0 carbs. MS, will Trump fix things for the proletariat? Absolutely not. He's going to make it harder on the proletariat. I hear that food prices are actually going to go up under the Trump administration because there's going to be a lack of labor.
So, do you like cars? If yes, what's your favorite, and is it a muscle car or other? My favorite car right now, in the still affordable range, would be a WRX. It's not desperate enough for Susie yet. Only 22. Tariffs. Yeah, what's his name? The three countries that are complaining already very loudly are Canada, Mexico, and China on 25% tariffs. What do you think about Trump doggy? Ugh, I don't know. Isaiah, what are you waiting for? 40? most, most people. 40. Do you eat hot dogs? I ate hot dogs yesterday on live stream. So yeah, if you go back and you look at the live stream from yesterday in the first 10 minutes, I was downing an all-American dog from Sonic. The world would be boring without diversity. I love eating authentic food from different cultures. Yeah, I love getting the Hershey squirts too. There was the place where I was at Cane's had an Indian food restaurant on both sides of the shopping center. Now I was like the one that was called Little India. My bowels shook in place. Do you recommend visiting or living in America for people from different countries? What should they do first after arriving in America? Don't come to America. America is still a very unwelcoming place for foreigners. Just for the shape. Yeah. You eat bananas for the mouth feel. You know, I've never liked bananas. I've never been a fan of the bananas, mainly because it makes me feel inadequate. Man, this old timer here he's about to run up. I mean, this dude's run through the stream like 5 times now. America's full, no vacancies. There's literally millions of acres of land across America. I mean, who wants to live? You have states. Let's just look at the states most likely to have places where you would want to stick everybody you don't want. The entire state of Nevada, minus Carson City, Las Vegas, and Reno, has no people in it whatsoever. MS, you need to change your attitude, get a better job, buy a new fast car, buy a big house, and start your own business. It's easy. It's easy. If it's so easy, why do I see homeless people over there and over there? You eat Snickers upside down so you can feel the veins on your tongue. Ew. Gross. How much is a house? House, probably, I would say the house is behind me. Anywhere from $600,000 to $1 million. Right next to the lake? Holy crap, you're gonna pay top dollar to live here. It's easy. Just have your dad give you a small loan of $1 million. Well, see, I'd need about $100 million in a tiny loan that I could pay back by working at Taco Bell within a couple of months. You just aren't good with money. Ain't that the truth? You know, they should have that as a required placard at work. You're not good with money. Nope. Here comes the dogs. Let's see. That's what they say. It's all about your mindset. At least that's what they try. That's what my teacher told me. Yeah, I'm not exactly certain if teachers know what's up. Have you seen the Tesla house? No, I didn't know there was a Tesla house. Is that where Elon Musk stays in your bedroom until you fall asleep, and then he takes you. Zaya, sorry to say, buddy, you're going to be single a long, long time. No money, no honey. Ooh, that's the same German Shepherd from the other day. How do you know that, eh? How can you possibly know that? There's no way it could be the same dog, the same time in the same park. Amazing coincidence. Did you do your prescribed Teddy K reading last night? All love, brother. Keep up the good work. We're gonna bust you through the 3K sub barrier soon. It's funny because I keep going up and then down. Like some people really like certain videos, and some people really don't. So the subscriber count just keeps bouncing in place, like giant cans. It's because I spend more time with dogs than people. Eh? Do proletariat women fall into that category, or just proletariat men? I was just gonna say something stupid. It's like a dog with a bone. That's not a good sign. Nothing's a good sign in my life. I'm surrounded by pigeons at the park. That's not a good sign either. The park seems very quiet today. There's very little movement. I think I see some yoga pants coming this way. MS, you need better luck. Fight Logan Paul for $1 million. Oh, Lord. No. They're eating the pets. Well, someone's got to eat the pets. There's too many stray dogs out there and cats. You need more population control. If someone's going to eat them, it's like the reason why you get a cat when you have a mouse problem. The cats eat your mice. Can't tell if those yoga pants are good or not good. I guess you guys will be able to tell me shortly. I think I see green hair too. Go eat a pigeon, MS, they're free. There's another reason. Eat a beaver and save a tree. Cut down those ugly trees. Those trees have been there since I was a little kid. I caught my first catfish right there next to that tree when I was about 8 years old. I wouldn't advise starting a business unless you're able to shell out thousands on advertising if it's a service-based business. Oh, look, there's the park rangers. Hey, howdy. You guys, I know I've been here 100 times. I've never seen the park rangers before. Oh my gosh. Gives a man a pigeon, feed him for a day. Give a man a job and a gun, feed him for life. I wonder if the park rangers kick the homeless people out. Catfish at the park? Yeah, they stock them in here. During the warm months, they stock catfish every 2 weeks. During the cold months, like this month is the first month that they'll put rainbow trout in the lake. So there's probably rainbow trout swimming around in there right now being eaten by bass. MS, will the proletariat have to hunt for food in the near future? No, I think the proletariat is just going to have to learn to eat dirt. I think honestly with the policies that are going to take place, I think we're going to see poverty go to a new lower level in mandatory work for those men that have dropped out of the workforce. Because if they're really going to start doing Rainbow trout for diversity. All the trout and the frogs are all, you know what, a little light in the loafers. Systemic salmon. Oh my God, I knew this was going to turn that way. Did you guys hear that Walmart pulled all of its diversity clothing? It's not going to participate in the DEI program. So even Walmart knows that it's not a good business to trigger people that don't like those people. I always thought that we'd become a friendlier country, but after the hate vote at the beginning of this month, we all know that America's not as sympathetic to people with different beliefs than us. In fact, we know for a fact, DEI is dead. Yep. I buy black shirts. Wearing a black shirt, it means that you're anti-DEI, right? Because no color. No colors. It's either black and white. Either you're straight or you don't exist. Kind of like Russia's policy, where those people don't exist. Everyone is straight. America's the greatest country on earth. Yeah. America. That's why America beat America in our last election. America beating America. I love the way that sounds. It sounds like you're shaking hands with the governor, but with both hands simultaneously. Man, I wish my governor was that big. And that's true. That's true. Shake hands with the governor with both hands. Oh my goodness gracious. You know, sometimes when I'm watching something on the hub and I think, you know, when you were doing this, and before you started doing this, you knew it was a bad idea. But now it's going to be on the internet for the rest of eternity. Unless for some reason the internet burns down. All of those dirty, nasty things you're going to watch back when you're at the gates of heaven and they're trying to decide whether or not they're going to not let you in based on that one tape you did when you really needed money. America beat diversity, America. That's so funny. America beat diversity, America over the head with a rainbow colored stick. Trying to take on America. That's so funny. Take that, diversity. Bam! What's the point of life? Living every day, clocking in at work. As a young man, when you're lonely AF, women see you as a gargoyle and you only feel fulfilled when you get to the next level in GTA. That's a good question. Someone get the rope. MS, what do you make of Nick Fuentes? I don't know. Someone said something about that guy in a video of mine yesterday. I hope I don't get deported for looking Mexican. No. I don't think you have that problem. Single mom. America, F, yeah, coming to save the MF day. Travel and it will get better. You can go to one of those countries that has the lady boys. Go to those countries. I think it's Thailand or it's one of those Asian countries where they have lady boys. They're less discriminating. You don't quite get all the lady, but you don't quite get all the boy either. Oh my God. America can't afford to be picky anymore. Bangkok. That is where you get the lady boys at the Bangkok. You guys are gonna make me crap my pants. Bangkok. Can't say that with a straight face. Reminds me of Krusty the Clown talking about Lake Titicaca. Oh my God, the Philippines? It's Thailand. My creepy neighbor goes there every year. Oh my God. You comes for the Thai and stays for the lady boys. Don't promote that you may not get in those gates. Hey, we all know what you did on the internet because it's on the hub. Move to Canada, everyone. I wouldn't do that. I think we should all move to the woods. And then just take off all our clothes and live in the woods like wild people. MS, do you remember mail order brides? Yes, I've had 3 IT managers in my life go to the Ukraine to get women because they were too damn ugly for American women. Where are you from? Let's see. Mumbai? I don't know, someplace in India, right? It's where they have all the call centers. I'll live in the woods next month. I'm just gonna go out to the woods and yeah, that way I can crap in the woods and no one will stare at me like the women that I've seen crapping behind my apartment behind the dumpster. Is a capital of Thailand. Ooh, Bangkok, the land of the ladyboy. Ba-bam, cock. Are you currently in India? I work in an Indian call center. I live in a van down by the river. Let's see. I need a mail order bride. Hey, everyone can get a lady boy. They're not just for men, they're for the ladies too. I think you can rearrange the parts depending on what you need. Whether you need cans or the Wiener Schnitzel, they accommodate everyone. He's in Delhi. The New Delhi or the regular Delhi? Let's see, January 20th is just around the corner. Lynetta, how much you paying? Oh, Lord, you already have a mail order husband awaiting. Have you watched the Trailer Park Boys? I love that show. Feels like everyone will be living that life shortly. Sandwich. 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 That's great. Ew, there's blood over here. Oh, do you guys want to see? Oh, I should show you guys my bill. Nah, that's not interesting. Let's see. Put the fries in the bag. I already put the fries in the belly. For reference, Trailer Park Boys had a character dad that lived in the dump. Well, that's good. I saw a guy, there's a homeless guy yesterday wandering around my apartment complex holding a laundry basket while he was looking in the dumpsters. I've always wanted to see India. Have you seen the Taj Mahal? I hear that they have to keep repainting it because the pollution is so high that it turns yellow. Not good. No, there's a reason why there's so many Indian people in America, because their country is not good. They also have cobras too. Like, I couldn't imagine wandering around and suddenly there's a cobra popping out of the bushes and about to bite you square in the wiener. Can you fish there? Yes, you can. I lived in India for 6 months but never saw the Taj. I'm sure that India's a big place. I mean, it's not like the Eiffel Tower in Paris where everyone goes there to see the same damn thing. I'm stuck at work. Aren't we all? Hey, good. Everything in India feels like it's super polluted, but it also has 1 billion people. I think India and China are the only 2 countries in the world with 1 billion people. Cobras on the streets, higher attention spans. That's true. MS, get on the gear. Oh, that gear looks like it would really mess up your junk. You'll get a ton of views if you were fishing. Now, I have fished on the channel and I don't get a ton of views. Become a Mr. Olympia. At my age, I need a lot more steroids than I'm currently taking. Way more steroids. I mean, all those guys, all those bodybuilders, like if you look at a guy that's on steroids, he doesn't even look human anymore. Like India, it does take getting used to, but like the US, it's becomes nationalist. Also, women can't move around alone as freely. MS, go pick up a chick. Just tell them you live and show. Tell them you live and show chat. There aren't any women here. The men fought all those wars in the past just so I could go up in Millennial Team's live stream. Let's see, did it all go wrong in life? I don't know where it went wrong. I think the pandemic really pushed like the real decline in society. Guess who's on call for Thanksgiving? Marco Polo. There's a new eye surgery that changes your eye color and you can get blue. Really? Get on the bike and find the leather pants chick. Oh, that girl at the light. Yeah, I've seen her a few times actually when I've been riding over to the grocery store. I hate working in tech. No one likes to work in tech. You know, nearly everyone I know that works in tech has some other thing that they like doing that's not tech. What you do? I don't know. When your views on prepping. Do you prep? No, I don't prep. The girl at the light. Yeah, precisely. Young Padawan. Booty in leather pants. Memory bank. How much is a bag of groceries cost? $50. Mello and I actually went grocery shopping together a couple months ago at the Kroger's across the street from my house, and that's what we both bought. Like, we filled up like the top part of the basket, of the grocery basket, and we each spent $50. The other nerdy IT geeks scared of you, MS. I definitely stand out. Does tech not enough in this day and age? No, tech is super saturated with entry-level jobs that are minimum wage. You know, a lot of people think they're going to just get a certification, get a network or a security or a Microsoft certification, and suddenly they're going to be making a lot of money. When I was working at that call center, nearly every person that worked in that call center had a cert of some kind, and the ones who didn't made the same amount of money. Like, we had a guy who had like 3 Microsoft certifications and a guy who the day before was working at McDonald's. Oversaturated. Yep. Yes, the other IT people I work with all thirst over me. I seem attractive young woman. I really hate this field. Yeah, that's the problem with the field, is there's no women, and the women that are usually there aren't attractive. Like, I was at a job interview right around the corner from here. And I said to the guy, it's like, oh, you know, you got 30 men working for you. And then a woman in a deep voice turns around with a short haircut and is like, I'm a woman. And I was like, holy moly. Needless to say, I was told that I would be bored there. I agree that all I got tremendously worse during the pandemic and never recovered. Um, yeah, it never recovered. The pandemic really gave them uh, the power to truly ruin the lives of the proletariat. The known a guy who went to school for IT ended up at help desk, then O'Reilly's. What can I say? Men are very hungry, very, very hungry. Crowding, rapid change, and the breakdown of communities have been widely recognized as the source of social problems. But we do not believe they are enough to account for the problems seen today. The problems seen today are terribly, terribly being made worse by people not standing up, by people not rioting, by people accepting that this is normal. And that's why I do the channel. I don't want this to become normal. Networking or app reverse engineer. App reverse engineering. Oh my gosh, I've had to go get regular, regular body work because my neck is killing me all the time. Pre-industrial cities were very large and crowded, yet their inhabitants don't seem to have suffered from psychological problems to the same extent as modern man. I blame computers for the suffering. MS, start your own IT school. I already work at a place like that. And it's not good. Revenue is down, enrollment is down, layoffs are common. I don't understand why young people want to go to school anymore. It's like they keep, even though they see generations in front of them that all didn't gain anything from going to school, and they're like, oh, well, that's not going to be me. That's what everyone thinks. Oh, that's not going to be me. I'm going to school. And then every semester you graduate millions of students with all the same qualifications and no experience. And then you're like, well, how is this going to work out for you? And then they're working at the mall. Yes, they also didn't live over 30. It was a tough, brutal life back then where you had the chamber pot and you lived, old age was considered 30. So that means you had to start having kids when you were 15, or the second you were capable of having children, you had children. And that way, if you were lucky, you would grow old enough to see your grandchildren, and then that was it. You're 30, you have your first grandchild, and then you die of malnutrition or gout or something normal that wouldn't take you out, but then you're not there anymore. I've already experienced higher prices on gas and food. Companies are already raising prices to offset Trump's tariffs and deportations. Bible states people lived for over 200, I think. A is a short for a liar. The Bible says we live for 200 years. You know, I always read that when I was a little kid because my parents were very religious, and I thought, do people really believe that? Because they didn't want their bodies to end up broken after 40 in the trades or get drafted. Well, you sound about right. Yep, sounds about right. Laugh out loud. Perfect nails. I haven't seen you in a while. Oh my goodness gracious. All the characters come out sometimes. All the characters come out after dark. The body don't lie. It's getting broken. God, you know, so many people that work in warehouse and in retail jobs, their bodies just get beaten to a pulp. It's like I remember seeing Amazon telling its workers never to get new shoes before their shift. Always buy shoes after your feet have been swollen from standing up for 10 hours while you work in the warehouse. Let's see. Don't leave it, just keep going. All right, you guys want to go walk about? MS, become a stay-at-home dad. Well, first I've got to find a woman that will let me put the thing in the thing and make some children so then I could become a dad, so then I could stay home. Otherwise, I'm just going to be a stay-at-home boyfriend that needs the wife to provide me enough money so I can have a World of Warcraft account and then complain when she won't renew my service every month. I wish people would stop buying stuff this holiday season. Me too. I'm not, but I'm miserable. Let's see. We attribute the social and psychological problems of modern society to the fact that society requires people to live under conditions different from those under which the human race evolved. Well, that puckered up my rear end. Under which it evolved. My God, why are there so many pigeons in the same place with nothing to eat? They're literally just standing around there looking at each other like proles. I want my job title to be does as she pleases. Does as she pleases usually gets you on a corrective action plan at my job. Oh, look, one of the little filthy rats is over here. He just landed in a cloud of dirt. Oh, just like a woman, he senses there's money here, so he's coming over here to see what he can get. MS, if that quote did what I expect, you need to do your reading. Then Americans are delusional about the fact that we don't have anything to offer, so tariffs won't hurt other countries. They're laughing. Look at this guy. He's literally right here. He came over. He's going to freaking bite my wiener. Damn, these pigeons are getting hungry, man. All right, let's go walk about. Let's see. All right, so we just passed the first hour. Millennial, I make good money, but I'm single and I still have no time for anything. Tech jobs really do suck. I make good money and I still feel like I'm never ahead. Same with me. I'm from a development side. It's worse, your mental health, but nothing's good outside until you have any other options like switching careers. I've been wanting to switch careers my whole life. All right, let's go. I don't know, these pigeons are coming over near me for some reason. Let's just chase after them. Let's get them. They were all hanging out up there for like the last hour, and then suddenly we have money and they have food. Can't eat money, laugh out loud, especially all the way in other countries. All right, let's go walk around. Today I'm not wearing sandals because I went to the gym earlier this morning, so today I have these delightful shoes on, and I'm gonna walk around the lake once, and then I'm gonna go back to the car and see if that same guy's standing around dancing to his obnoxious music at my normal spot. So here we go. Oh, look, a lady. It's not. Nah, the pigeons are just hanging out, just random spots. Look at them, they're just sitting in that tree right there, just looking around. Look at that. Look at that pigeon, he's just hanging out right there. He was upside down a little while ago. Look at him. He's like on his head. Oh, there's a dog. All right, let's see what you got. MS should be one of those speakers who got to the middle and high school. Oh, sorry. Where's me and my sister were little kids, my dad was out of work for a little bit and we never washed the dishes. We had throwaway plates, cups, and easy to make food. My mom hated him for that. Well, that's not good. You go to the park a lot. You should take up disc golf. They have a disc golf course over at Papago Park. Isaiah, you need to get rich. Well, I go to the park a lot because I don't have anything else to do. And this park, my house is like right over there. So it's not far. It's like I'm going to say it takes me 2 minutes to drive my car here. I could ride my bike here, but I don't like crossing over the place where all the cars are at. I've never liked that place for some reason. I always feel like I'm going to get run over. So that's why I don't like riding. I used to have to ride my bike here all the time if I wanted to come here to go fishing. I can't stand disc golfers. Don't walk too close to the water or somebody might push you in. Even dogs look at mess sad. We needed to hear that, didn't we? We really needed to hear that. Even the dogs think you're pathetic. Oh my God. Like, I'm walking around. I smell something weird. I'm smelling, I think I smell Susie Rottencrotch around here. You think the proles will ever rise up? Astra, they will never, ever, ever rise up. They're too tired, they're too fat, they're too angry, they're resentful, and they don't like each other. That's the great part about the proletariat. No one wants to be considered a prole, and yet everyone's a prole. I think this tree is what I'm smelling. Oh, it's prole. It's a prole finch in the air. Oh yes, Russ, I'm sure they'll wake up and be Elon Musk one day. I was waiting for a MS to say it. Say what? That it smells funny? Or that it was Susie Rottencrotch in the air? I swear to God, some of you love it when I say Susie Rottencrotch. And there's a few of you that are disgusted by it. Let's hold you over the water. Oh, living dangerously. A says, it's amazing we haven't completely destroyed our own species yet. We've tried. I mean, what other stupid creature builds nuclear weapons? I mean, think about it. I love it. Where's my Johnny at? Johnny Sixpack is working in the factory to buy you something good. But he's always working and never getting ahead. It's raining. It's not raining. It's just cloudy. Let's see. It's not raining. Oh my God, only 9 people have hit the like button. What am I paying you people for? What am I paying you for if you're not hitting the like button? Oh my goodness. Oh, I feel so freaking fat from eating that Cane's. This is another reason why I don't like eating. I hate feeling bloated from food. I look pregnant right now with that Cane's inside me. My stomach is so far pushed out. It's gross. Let's see. Are you just paying me to stay here? Infected Susie on the loose. It's because you haven't shown skin yet. I don't have any skin to show today. I'll send you some special pictures later on. Don't worry. We got you covered. We know what you do with those pictures, Susie. To be your Susie, apparently. Oh, Lordy. Lunetta's gonna push your boundaries. Yeah. That's what we call it, eh? Those things down there are called my boundaries now. I got two boundaries. What do they call it? Two boulders and a pillar. Those are my boundaries. Oh my gosh, this morning while I was at the gym, I was feeling sorry for myself. While I was doing cardio, and then this dude comes out and he's like 3 feet tall. And I'm not making fun, I'm just describing him. He was 3 feet tall, and it looked like his legs attached to the rest of his body from like the knee directly to his torso. And I thought, man, here I am complaining about being ugly, and that guy has to deal with whatever happened to him. So, yeah, your circumstances can always be worse. Nails? No, laugh out loud. Oh my goodness gracious. I wonder why there are school buses here. Uh-oh. I can feel something growing in my rear. I think I might need to take a dump soon. Let's see. At the Whaley, Susie is getting action, unlike some people. Do you ever wish you could be Susie? No. Laugh out loud. Astra doesn't want to be Susie behind the Taco Bell. She has too much self-respect for that. I don't. My self-respect went out the window when I realized that no matter how much money I make, I'm always going to need more. I wonder if all that water's coming out of that one little hole. Uh-oh. Too much. For those people, cover your eyes. Feels like there's more people. Oh, look, that's why there's the school buses. Looks like uniforms over there. Let's see. Millennial is all of our Susie. Drink some prune juice, then go for a hike. I've already crapped my pants too many times on stream. See, Millennial is a little of our Susie. Our Susie, laugh out loud. Why am I the Susie now? Uh-oh, I hear something behind me. All right, I'll read the comments as soon as I get to a shady spot. All right, let's see what you guys are saying down there. Susie short crotch, laugh out loud. Lay a Snickers in the water. I don't think it's gonna be a Snickers. I think it's more of a shake, that if anything gets laid down, it's going to be a shake. Shake, shake, shake. With peanut butter and corn. It's always corn in everything. All right. Let's see. Astra, are you looking forward to Fleece Johnson in 7 days? No. My rear end's actually healing up from not having to have all those visits. That's the problem with being away from work, is the domestication process that makes you a good prole. It starts to fade after so many days of not being forced to bend over for fleece.
It got like this last year for me too when I took time off. And he didn't even eat any corn. There's always corn. You don't have to eat corn for it to show up down there. It's just part of everyday life is corn. For some reason, I never get tired of filming this sign. Please don't feed Susie rotten crotch. Bread is bad for her. They got a bunch of... I wonder why a school would bring a bunch of kids out to a disgusting, dirty, filthy park. Especially one with this much bird crap everywhere. Ooh, my legs are getting so tired. I'm hoping that I can sit back down at my normal spot, but it doesn't look like it because this park feels much busier than normal. And it just heated up. I think people come here for lunch, and that's where the traffic increases right at noon. All right. We're almost there. My arms are getting tired of holding the tripod. Oh, that's pretty random. There's... Okay. Whew. Hey, there's a sign over here. Let's go look and see what that sign says. Free hug, right? Oh, let's see. Starting line. Racing. What do you guys think this means? Uh-oh, a prole woman down there. This is where that guy was at, that he was playing his loud music and dancing. Oh, look at that. All right. So I'm gonna sit here, talk to you guys for the last little of the stream. To be. This is where I wanted to eat my lunch, but unfortunately, if you live in the park, you have higher priority for using the park. So, all right, let's see here, and let's see. Are you, or do you know when I'm homeless? Laugh out loud. Sorry, I missed the first part of that. So, okay, one day when I'm old and I'm still on a bench at this park, and remember corn. Or, you know, when I'm homeless, laugh out loud. Millennial, you should start selling merch to offset your job and go full time on content creation. That's been my plan since I started YouTube. It's not quite working out. Let's see, Steam, is there a way it can do a video on temp staffing agencies and shady? I've never worked for one of those places before. Race starts when you take birth. Ever see a movie called the plague dogs. No, Blue. What is the plague dogs? All right. Ooh, the glare right here is horrible. What if hell was real and we're in it now? That's the only way that I can explain the world the way that it is that we're actually in hell right now. If I have to return to the office for 5 days a week, how am I not going to go insane? Just don't think about it. Just smoke and drink at work. That's how my old senior manager used to make it through the day. I haven't worked in an office since June of 2019. I went out with Susie yesterday. It cost me $40 and a full tank of gas. I hope you got some. How do you pass time at work when there isn't any work? When that usually happens after 2 o'clock in the afternoon, there usually isn't anything to do. Proles and our proud supportees, we're in the bad place. Well, when I get bored at work, I usually do research for my next video. So, masturbation, laugh out loud. Unfortunately, that only eats up like 30 seconds. So, for the rest of the few hours of the day, I just spend I like listening to my own videos because when I'm making videos, how do I put this? When I'm making the videos on the fly, I can't think of humorous things to say, but sometimes I will say something funny. But at the time, I won't think about it because I'm filling time, right? Every video is about filling 20 minutes, is filling a 20-minute time slot. So whether I have 20 minutes worth of things to say or I just start rambling about strange things because I don't know what else to say. So I have a tendency to just kill time. People have been fired for looking at porn on their work computers. They should be. That's that call work-life balance. Yeah, a lot of work. And I believe this firmly. I believe that if you can get your work done for the day, that should be the work day. You complete the work for the day, and then you get to go home. That way, everyone shows up, does 8 hours worth of work in 1 hour, and then everyone goes home. That's how work should be. Instead, they just have you sitting around for 8 hours looking pathetically sad for no good reason. That's how most people are. Most of us don't care about our jobs. As I've talked to other guys that work for the same company, they've told me, I only do enough work to keep my job. Never anything more. So, why would you do that on your work computer? And just use your cell phone. But why would you need to do that anyway? How do I put this? How many people would be comfortable whipping it out in a place that's not your home and then just beating it and then just putting it away? And it's the same in the military too, even in your A chief. Well, there used to be, when I worked for the sports department, there used to be a guy who liked to arrange his bookmarks based on the type of smut that he wanted to look at. And anytime that someone would have to get on his computer, because inevitably he would come down with computer diseases based on his computer usage habits of his work computer. So that's what drives me insane. You punish me for doing my job well by looking at me in a windowless office with other awful people and then make me depend on the paycheck for survival. I mean, if you work from home, you can laugh out loud. Dude, whenever I work from home, that's what I spend the whole day doing. Like every 15 minutes, I'm just like, oh, it's time again to get rid of the stress. You're like, time again, whip it out. Getting paid to whip it out is probably the most fulfilling thing that you can be paid to do. It's like I'm getting paid by the stroke. Probably the most meaningful thing I've ever said online. Paid by the stroke. Exactly. Laugh out loud. Oh my goodness gracious. Now I know why Astra is the way that she is. Instead of working, she's stroking. And that's never good. Remember, kids, strokes kill. All your, let's see, porn bones me now. Porn bores me now. That's how I know the depression is real. Hey, last night I was turning my favorite shots into 4K by rendering them. I was taking all the clips that I like looking at and I was making them into one long movie. So that way I don't have to look at things that I don't like looking at. And even though I was rendering dirty pictures and videos, I wasn't getting excited. Like this was my collection. And I was just like sitting there like, you know, it's just a person being a human being. It's like seeing a monkey, right? Playing with its own feces. Eventually you're just like, well, I've seen this monkey do this act over and over again. You're a sinner. That's what you need to remember every time. I hope you don't touch yourself. It's bad for you. And God will punish you for all the times that you did it. At this point, maybe working for the Susie Club, stripping may be better than a tech jobs. Laugh out loud, paid by the stroke. Astra's a bad girl. I'm so glad I don't work with this person at my job, because I would be in trouble with HR every single day. Let's see, I'm new to the workforce and I recently started working. Men, I can't imagine doing this my whole life. Yep. That's what I said when I first started working. It's like, is this it? At least OnlyFans models can work from home. Is that what you call it, working from home? I guess if you really stop and think about what OnlyFans models do, it's the rest of the proletariat is working for the OnlyFans corporate edition. Because we're working it at home too. Looks like we have a runner coming up. Seems like there's a lot of people on that side of the park, on the north side of the park, and the park is completely empty on the south side of the park. Well, all need Gen Z to pull the office building fire alarms so we can all escape this working hell. You know, that would be really funny if Gen Z, rather than working, Gen Z kept pulling the fire alarm all day long. Like every hour, a new person would go and pull the fire drill so that we could continue to not work until management got so tired of someone pulling the fire drill that they said that no one was going to work in the building anymore and shut down the building and everyone worked from home. I think it's called edging. Let's see. I am now going to charge by the stroke. That would be funny if you saw that on a job posting. We pay by the stroke. I had a coworker have a mental breakdown many years ago while working an office job. The repetitious nature of the daily grind was too much. It usually is too much. Let's see, do you have any passion or hobbies? No, the only passion I have is for the stroke. Beyond that, there's no passion or hobbies. It's just either the stroke or nothing. Let's see, if I had a chance, I would love to, but land and enjoy farming. Yeah. Don't hate the game, hate the simps. Always got to blame the simps. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Start a club. That's how I'm going to build clients. By the stroke. Hey, by the stroke works, man. You're working that stroke. Stroke, stroke, stroke. Boom, boom, boom. Stuff in eyes. Look out. Keep your mouth closed, because it tastes salty. And you don't want salty stuff in your eyes. That's why I always wonder. Like, how do you get it out of your eyes? These are tough questions to ask the real world. How do you get stuff out of your eyes when it gets in your eyes? What are you going to do now? Let's see. Once I'm done with the live stream in about 20 minutes, I'm going to go home, take a couple strokes. And once I've done that, then I'm going to take a little nap to relax after that. It's safe to swallow. Remember the collection plate when you're rich, because that's $1 million idea. Safer to swallow. Eye wash station. Can you imagine that? You need an eye wash station at your home or the office, right? You run to the eye wash station because you got the best swimmers in your eyes. And whatchamacallit? Yeah. Yikes. There's too many people. Oh my gosh. Oh no, Blue. You have pink eye for several hours. Laugh out loud. I've almost had a stroke at work. Does that count? You don't. Laugh out loud. If I had a chance, I would love to buy a small land with animals and enjoy farming. You don't. Laugh out loud. Oh no, Blue. Yikes. The simple pleasures in life. Skipping rocks across the water. I need to take my hiking boots out of the back of my car. Farming is really hard. Lots of farmers kill... Oh, Lord. Farming is really hard. Farming is one of the most thankless things that you can do. And that's why we thank the Industrial Revolution, so that 90% of workers aren't working on farms anymore. But as a hobby, it's great. Everything's great as a hobby. I wish that work could be our hobby. Like, you go into the office, you do it for a few hours a week, you call it your hobby, and then you go home and you shake hands with the governor. I'd like to be a gentleman farmer, like so rich I could just play farmer. Like the guys that drive the really, really big, expensive trucks that they'll never use, with the giant tires that they spent, $100,000 on to make them look like a vehicle that could handle, going up mountains and doing stuff like that, only for the truck to need new knobby tires every 10,000 miles. I imagine that farmers gave people more meaning and purpose, unlike most jobs today. Most jobs today have no meaning or purpose. It's just the same thing over and over again for years and years and years, like me. That's how a lot of professors treat their jobs, like it's a hobby. and do it for a couple of hours a day. Yeah, that's exactly how, especially with literature professors where they are teaching 2 classes a week. All they have to do is do the assigned reading for their own class, and they've read the same book 100 times, so they practically have all the material memorized. They crack the same jokes every semester, and they get paid well. That's it. That's the life of a professor. Let's see, MS, you sound like a dude bro sometimes because you talk about drinking, smoking, the gym, and loose women, but without the lifetime fart friends. Fart friends. Hey, if you want to be my fart friend, I'm getting flashbacks of what A said yesterday about being in the bathroom with your coworker and talking about sinking your battleship while you're taking a dump with one of your best friends. Hey, like when Trump played the act of a McDonald's worker. Also, farming in climate change is like extreme mode. It's very hard to work with such an unpredictable environment and weather. Kablooey. Kablooey in the toilet. Oh my God. Can you imagine that? You're taking a dump next to your coworker and you have to tell him, can I get a courtesy flush, man? That smell. Need a courtesy flush. Trump's a clown and America love being entertained. Frat friends, I mean. I sunk your battleship. Courtesy flush. Oh my God. My managers didn't come this year due to climate change. Is that your handler or your manager? Because I think it's more of your handler. You know, I really feel that that's the way in the workplace, that we shouldn't call people that tell us what to do managers. Handlers. Mangoes didn't come with his. Oh, mangoes. I was like your manager. Mangoes, like the fruit. Oh my God. I ate at a restaurant called Mangoes on Friday. Trump is WWE wrestler, isn't it? Yup. Yeah, that's a weird part is that in Latin America, we don't have this here in America, but in Latin America, you can find an avocado tree or a mango tree or a guava tree just about anywhere. Like we had them in my backyard when I lived in Mexico, and they were just growing there. Now, at least in my part of the country, you go outside, and I mean, this is all artificial, but everywhere else where there isn't grass that's watered every day is just desert. There's no fruit that grows in the desert. Let's see, you don't need them. They are filled with chemicals anyway. The fruits are so big, they look unnatural. That's what I said about Susie Rottencrotch's chest. It's so big, they look unnatural. And then you look at the unnatural rear end and that matches the front end. I'll try the mango lassies. The mango lassies. Is that what mango lassies? That's what's tattooed above Susie Rottencrotch's rear end, right? That's how I like them. Big and unnatural. You walk into the plastic surgeon. Can I get the big and unnatural combo, please? From where you get? I don't know. Steve, what do you think of UBI in the future does due to AI layoffs? The future like cyberpunk. I think that universal basic income is going to be a thing. I really think that the way that society is, even right now, where it's, even if you have a job, it's not enough. More plastic in them than the Pacific Ocean. That's also on the daily special at the plastic surgeon. That's a number 2. I want more plastic than the ocean.
Oh, and compliant. And compliant. I think thinning the herd is more likely. I think they're going to thin the herd with the deportations, and then after they thin the herd, then they're going to come up with the camps. For all of those men that aren't working right now, there's going to be a punishment for that. It was called COVID. I think that they're going to have to bring back all the missing men who think that they can escape work by not working because they don't think it's worth it. I'm starting a black market if they put us on UBI. A black market for what? Artificial cans? I'm already there. All right, so there are 10 people in the chat right now who haven't hit the like button. I wonder who it is. There should be a little notification right next to your name on the chat so I can see who's hit the like button, so I can make fun of you in the chat. Not me. Mako, I didn't think it was you. I'm thinking it's more like A. A always needs a spanking to get her going. In the right direction, I mean. Name and shame, exactly. It's like what they do to us in corporate meetings. Please don't spank me. You're one of the good ones. You don't need a spanking today. But I'm looking around in the chat. I do see some people that need it more than others. Just hit the like. I made it. A threatening spanking. Boy, nothing gets the chat excited about hitting the like button and you start mentioning corporal punishment. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's see. Bring the beatings back. That's how we're going to get motivation up to get people back to work. I just unliked. You can't like and then unlike it in order to get a spanking every time. Oh my God, if I unhit the like, I could have a spanking. What is wrong with you? The point was to shame the people that haven't hit the like button, not to get the people that want spankings to get spankings. Bring back the beating stick to work, and I'm sure Gen Z will get to work. Oh my God, we're gonna have to bring the canings back. Public canings. We're gonna have to. You know what? The likes did go down by 2. So Lunetta and Blue are going to have red buns soon. I know what this stream's like. Oh my God, you guys are terrible. I'm also billing by the spank now. We're gonna call it Spankies. Welcome to Spankies. Here you pay by the spank. Let's see, the cane, the feet. 2 kinks for the price of 1. We caned the ugly feet. You know, human beings are so weird. Astra, that's brilliant. Here at Spankies, you pay by the spank. Public beatings is racist. You're racist. Public spanking is racist. Now I know who my audience is. My audiences are all devout DEI participants. No spanking without racism. So here at Spankies, we discriminate against spanks by the color. So the whiter you are, the more spankings you get. You can work at Heart Attack Grill and spank the chubsters. You're too big. Go home. You're racist. You can work. Okay. I looked away for a second. Let's see. There's John. I ate I ate everything. My guy, do you like dark racist jokes? Here we only spank white people, so no, not racist. What a time to be alive. But I'm more like orange. Well, even orange people need love. I mean, look how many scandalous lawsuits our Cheeto in chief has endured over the last 10 years. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, so we have 5 minutes left. So everyone come to the front of the line. Orange fever, laugh out loud. That's a special section of Spankies. Orange fever. Oh my gosh. The first time that I heard the category of, what was it? The Asian persuasion channels. I was like, what are the, what in hell? Oh no, come to the front of the line for your spanking. Those of you hiding in the back will get to you later. Everyone gets a spanky at Spankies. Oh no. Oh my gosh. I never know where this channel is going to go, but somehow we always end up with feet and caning and spankings. Like, somehow human beings love to suffer. I think that alone is the reason why the proletariat hasn't stood up for itself. People like feeling bad. I think that also, let's see, we're called degenerates. All the degenerates come here. This proves it's a bad place. It is a bad place. If you have to be spanked in order to make you feel better. Imagine this, a world where people want to feel anything, even if it's just a hand beating them across the rear end. Oh, maybe it's just a self-fulfilling kink. People can hire you for birthday parties and flicks. Can you imagine if I was like a spanky clown? You would invite me to parties, and the whole point of having the spanky clown is that everyone that wants a spanking gets a public spanking. It's like that that dancing bear thing, which I've never understood. The guys that dress up in giant bear costumes and then go to women parties and the women do things to the bears. But since you can't see them because they're inside the bear costume, it's not supposed to be that bad. There's a philosopher who writes about this. Humans love fascism because they want to feel the punishment or the strong father figure. Oh my God. Hey, I can't believe you wrote that in the chat. America's like an episode of South Park. Let's see. Oh, you mean furries? No, it's called Dancing Bear. Type it into Google, just not your work computer. Dancing bear parties. I dress like the Terrifier clown from the movie. Oh my gosh. What was it? Pennyworth? Is that the clown? That really scary clown from the scary books from that one dude. When you have the chance, I'd love to hear your thoughts on Andrew Jackson. I'm writing a book about it, and how would love to hear how Americans remember him today. I don't really remember anything about him. He's the guy in the $20 bill, right? No. Doing it on the work computer and saying I'm looking for Christmas gifts. Pennywise. Yes, that's him. And the movies are Stephen King. Was that Michael Jackson's father? Pennywise? Oh my God.
The Oregon Trail game keeps coming up. I'm always dressed like a guy who's looking for work. What does that mean? Looking for work. You know, to make it more convenient for fleece, I think we should all have to wear pants with that little flap in the back. The little 2 buttons where you can drop it and it pulls and it opens up just the back part. Mods won't let me type boobies in numbers. That's a good thing. And with that said, David Hoffman, I think I'm going to call the stream there. I'm going to go home, work on a video, and then I will be back in the park eating something tomorrow. Trails of Tears was a pretty messed up. Bye, A. Bye, everyone else. See you later.